might be a little bit more busy before I start, so... I'm doing the little Twitter post I'm going live kind of thing, so... I'm not used to it anymore. I'm not used to it. And I do the nice little... Oh. I know, like, I haven't introduced myself or anything, or done, like, the whole... We're doing the video now kind of thing, but, I'm just like... I usually... Back when I used to use Twitter for stuff, I would, acknowledge some, like, things like, oh, yeah, I'm going live. I would change my username so that it had, like, a live symbol in it, but right now, it is not working. Anyways, the Windows key on my old keyboard would be on the right side, and then... the left side is where the Windows key is now. It's just, it's so much fun trying to get that set up when it doesn't want to work. Are we live on Twitch? There we are. There we are. YouTube, I saw, we're good to go. Beautiful. Music. Goodbye, Twitter. Alright. I'm good now. I'm kind of good. In case I'm clearing my throat a lot. I don't know what it is. Anytime I'm calling this the OBS curse or the streamer's curse. Anytime I'm setting up to stream something, I'll have like myself getting prepared and whatnot. I'll have everything set up, and then when I start talking, my throat starts getting filled up, and I'm like, why is my throat filling with like mucus and shit? It's like, come on, I was fine just a moment ago, please. That's just the curse. Alright, regardless, hello, Zion Scaler, back for another stream. How you guys doing today? Today, because I haven't done that in a little while, I like practicing, so I'm going to practice today. We're going to do a continuation of the story we were reading last time, which I'll pull up right now for a moment. That story! Shit, wrong way. That story! So we read the first chapter, and, so far it counts I haven't looked at this. I clicked on it just to make sure I had connection and whatnot, but that's all I did. The second chapter has a store in it, the title, is all I saw. But anyways, it's about a dog who makes its way into an unknown place. Like all of a sudden he's there, even though he was kind of like living a normal life. He went for a swim and boom, new place located. He, at the end of the chapter, tries to follow people and he meets this girl. I think she was in hospital wear, and tries to figure out what's going on here. So that's kind of where we left off. He was trying to talk with the girl, but she can't understand him. Yeah, one of those. But he can understand her perfectly. Anyways, we'll continue that in a bit, but I want to share something with you guys, because I just as I was starting up stream, my mail came very late today, but I got a package I was waiting for, and I'm just gonna pull a few of these bad boys out. I praise manga because it is especially for learning Japanese, a very nice medium to learn. The context is not solely dependent on the text, but the art as well. It's not always the case, of course, because the art could just be, oh, it's pretty. It's there just to be pretty. But usually there's relevance to where the location is, what the characters are wearing, what they're doing. It matches up. Anyways, one of the series I mentioned last time, split second. I ended up ordering because I was reading online, and the service I was reading to read the Japanese, I was reading it in Japanese. It's called Otaku ni Yasashi Gyaru wa Inai. I didn't read that off of here, actually. Just read that off of memory. That's how much I've been enjoying the story. And I thought it'd be very cool to own this. So I ordered it online. And let me see if I can get the first volume of it. 2, 6. I got 7 volumes. While I sift through this, what the story's about, it's a slice of life turned rom-com. And it's about an otaku. Well, it's focused on 3 characters total. There's 1 male main character, 2 female main characters. And the male main character is obsessed with an anime called Kiramon, where it's kind of like a similarity to Digimon, if I had to make an estimate or a good guess to it. It doesn't appeal to his age group, it appeals to little girls, but he loves the anime series a lot. He's a super fan of it. But he doesn't have anyone to really talk about it. Then one of the main characters, she sits in front of him, steals his eraser, which had a design on it. She doesn't know much about Kiramon, she's just Gyaru, and uses it. But her other friend, who's kind of associated with Gyaru, is secretly an obsessed otaku that really enjoys the series. So she recognizes this, it's like, oh wait, never mind, haha, that's my little sister. And yeah, that's the premise. She kind of hides it, but I love the series. It's like one of those where it's a nice, relaxing kind of slice of life, but keeps you on edge. So, book. It's in Japanese. That's the first volume. This is the character that is secretly an otaku. The other character, which is the Gyaru, is on the second cover. They're just friends, so. But she gets along with everyone, so it's kind of one of those kind of characters. But yeah, I got 7 volumes, baby, which I'm really excited to read. So far I think I've gotten to 50. I got into the somewhere in the 50s for the chapters, and I gotta do this once. I'm gonna look like an idiot or a weirdo doing this. Yep. One of my favorite parts of ordering manga or getting manga, buying manga, the book smell. There's just something about the smell or the scent of a fresh book. Just so nice. I love it. It's not as strong with these as I've smelled in the past, but maybe it's because I have a cough drop in right now. So yeah, not reading this on stream because, well, one, you can't do that. Now that I think about it, reading this story, I'm not gonna what. This is practice anyways. It is what it is, kind of thing. But yeah, there's a fan translation of this, how I discovered it. If you are interested, go check it out. That's how I fell in love with it. The translation is very behind though. I think it's at chapter 30. I think it's at chapter 30. But the manga is currently in their 60s. I think because they're planning for volume 8 to be released in November. When I went to check the status of this order, it's just like, oh, it's coming today. It's coming today. It was supposed to come 5 days later, but it came today. Whoa. And yeah, let me see. Just kidding. I have to wait because this only goes to chapter 52. It's in the 60s though, so I'm gonna enjoy reading this, and then I'll be patient to do my daily chapters. Yeah, well, I talked about it last time. With Japanese, I don't retain everything. I don't understand everything I read, and a lot of it has to do with the kanjis themselves. If I don't understand the kanji, or the kanji is kind of too small for me to make sense of, then not much I can do. With the physical books, it might be a bit easier. I'm gonna hopefully try that out and see how it goes. Maybe tonight, we'll see. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just gonna read this instead. So yeah, but yeah, if you have any questions about that series, if you want to like spill my beans about why I love it so much, then ask away. In terms of, for the sake of like no spoilers, I love how the story's progressed to where it's at now. I'm a little about where the direction's at right now, but I'm in the 50s. I'm past chapter 52, so I'm gonna see how that goes with the 8th volume. Or if I can somehow find a good way to read the later volumes. I think I should have access. I just can only read one chapter a day, is how it goes. We shall see, though. We shall see. Okay, enough diddle-dally. Let's study now! How we did this last time? Well, this is my 3rd time doing it, but it's been a little while since I've gone to this. But I'm going to try to read everything by hand. There's a way you can look at furigana, especially for specific kanji. But I'm going to try to keep that off and see if I can read some words on my own, try to translate it on my own, and then show the translation at the top. So for example, ni. I actually don't know that kanji. This has to do with sho. So for place. So this is a name, ni. Sho no soup. So someone's soup for chapter 2. Yuba-san. Oh, okay. I was wrong. So, I don't know what that really means in this context. Ba, I think, has to do with grandmother. So I'm gonna... Oh, yeah, you can see me down there. I'm gonna look that up quickly. JP Food Girl, welcome on in! How's it going? I still don't know. Irashaimase. If that phrase works in this context. Eigo de hanashimasu ka? Konnichiwa. O genki desu ka? Yeah! Oba-sama. Oba. For grandmother. Eigo de... Oh, eigo... Benkyou shimasu. Or benkyou shita. Shimasu? Gomen. I am not great at Japanese. 僕の日本語が、これは、下手です。よろしく。That's awesome. Can you, do you know a lot of English? Are you learning it now? Or... Okay, so conversational. Awesome, awesome. Well, nonetheless, because I still don't know words myself sometimes. Yeah, don't be shy if you can't understand something. But I'll probably be doing that with you with Japanese. But yeah, how's it going? Can I call you Food Girl, or do you have a preferred name? Alrighty. Oh, but yeah, going through this, I'll probably go through a paragraph at a time. So maybe these two I'll go through independently, maybe at the same time. Depends on how long it reads for, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so Yuba-san's soup. And again, I don't know, the kanji here, I thought had to do with place. I misread it for a similar kanji. Yeah. So the furigana's there. Alright, anyways. We hide that. 女の人はリクが言ったことがわかりま... One thing I've been getting tripped on with is the word tokoro for place and koto. I don't know why. That's been tripping me up lately. But so if I fumble upon those two characters, that's why. 女の人はリクが言ったことがわからなかった。So it's saying the woman, and then going back to, I forgot the dog's name was Riku. So the woman could not understand what the dog was saying. Is why I believe this is saying. I can teach you Japanese. Yes. Arigato. I would much appreciate that. Because again, I'm still a beginner. I tried to learn these past few years, but I've been on and off. So anything, if I'm doing something wrong, I still even question my own pronunciation sometimes. Call it out, please, please, please. I'd be very grateful. But anyways, this is saying the woman could not understand what the dog was saying. The woman did not understand what Rick said. Pretty close. 彼女はリクに Let me hide that. 彼女はリクにどうやってここに来たの？あなたはもう病気と来た？と来た。So one thing that still confuses me a little bit, just the different groupings of like men and women. So you have Danshi and Joshi to represent female and male male and female respectively. I'm already getting that mixed up. Good, kita. And that's something I'm still not confident with. Just whenever a vowel is elongated like that, like kita, because there's no pause in it, so you have to keep it going, as far as I'm understanding. But some words, I guess it may be dependent on the vocabulary, you emphasize the vowel. So kita, which in this case would be kita, if I'm again not mistaken. Because this is the verb to ask, I think. You can call me out if I'm wrong. But yeah, so going back to kanojo. Kanojo kind of refers to she in this case, I believe. But again, for women specifically, onna no hito for woman, kanojo for her, she. And of course, as I try to remember, joshi for female. As I tried to remember other variants, I don't. Pronounce I with emphasis. Okay. So give an emphasis to the I. Kiita. Kiita? Kind of like that. Kiita. That feels so strange. I got the imo. Or I'm not even gonna try to say that in Japanese, I'm sorry. But in English, well, that's actually not too far off from how English works, because with English, we emphasize different parts of the syllables. It's difficult. 難しいです。It's a lot of practice. I don't work with that usually. And that's part of the fun, like that's kind of the fun, like understanding how it is from someone else doing it or speaking it, compared to trying to write it or emphasize it yourself. Oh, I don't get how people do that. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, JP Food Girl. And again, actually, let me make sure I didn't miss. I'll call you Food Girl if you like that name, unless you have any other nicknames. But yeah, it's just part of the pronunciation. I want to one day be able to try to make a fool of myself by trying to speak it. It doesn't have to be a native Japanese speaker, but someone that's fluent with it, and just kind of have a at least basic understanding or basic level conversation. That'd be really fun to do. I do live stream and speak English to try to improve my skills. Zenio Wakamaya N, why is your message being held hostage by Automod? Yes, allow it, please. Oh, because that's a slur. Okay. Not used in this case as a slur. In that case, JP, I might call you JP as well, just because it's the front of the username. I might have to come by and say hi then when you stream. Yeah, I don't know when you stream, but because I'm assuming you're in Japan then, which would be, oh god, what time is it, Japan? About 5, 6 o'clock. And that's okay if you can't understand it, Zenio. I got you. I'll translate for you. 6:30 a.m. A.N. See, I can't even speak. I can't even speak English. 6:30 a.m. Trying to remember the difference between gogo and gozen for that. 6時半. 6時半. Because like 24-hour system. Yes, nice. 24-hour system. At least I'm from the United States. We don't do the 24-hour system. By the way, Zenio, I'm trying to remember. Sorry, quick tangent. If you're still here, Zenio, what languages do you speak? Because I know you're also in, I believe it was East Asian, what we talked about last time. But, yeah, just the mental calculations for shifting to a 24-hour system, because Japanese, at least media, relies on the 24-hour system, right? Indonesian? Zenio. I might want to learn Indonesian. I heard how... Okay, obviously it's not an easy language because every language has their own difficulties. But I heard the sentence structure in Indonesian is not bad at all. Like, it takes like the same tense for each verb, but also the way to utilize the context and the structure is based on time. It's like you refer to a prior time, a future time, current time, to denote what kind of tense you use for the verb. Is that correct with Indonesian? I've heard it. I don't know if that's inaccurate. You're a night owl? Dang. I feel that. I was, I think a couple of weeks ago, I was trying to reset my sleep schedule. Because sometimes, I feel that, JP Fugro. It's so easy to stay up during the night. I prefer the nighttime myself. What time do you go to sleep then? I heard it's pretty easy compared to others. Yeah. I watched it was based off a video. I forgot the polygot's name. But, I think it's the guy that is from, like, he lives in China and surprises a lot of people with their native language. And I remember, because he primarily does Asian and African languages, if I remember. He might do some European as well. He was talking about Indonesian language, and that's like how the sentence structure worked, which I thought was really awesome. So it's just like, to me, as someone who's not really familiar with Indonesian, it feels like a tongue twister of a language based on how English is. So I feel like the speaking portion would be, well, not even the speaking, the reading comprehension would be like a hurdle in itself. Just based on the format of how words are formatted. But again, that's just from an outsider view. I'd like to try it sometime. Anyways, we denoted the first sentence, you know, as the woman could not understand or did not understand what the dog was saying. So what Rick, the dog, was saying. 彼女はリックにどうやってここに来たの？あなたも病気？と聞いた。Emphasis on the E. On this little hiragana right here. Which he It sounds silly still. Kita. Kita. It's so hard. I'll have to practice. I'll have to practice a lot. But, so she is saying to Rick, what are you doing? Or rather, どうやって? How come? ここに? Here. 来たの? How come you come here? Or you came here? Are you also sick? あなたも病気? と聞いた. So she's asking Rick, how come you're here too? Are you also sick? She asked Rick, how did you get here? Are you also sick? So どうやって refers to how. Okay. And what way or by what means. ここに refers to here. And then this place. 来たの? Yeah, 来たの is a form of kuru, which kuru, I talked about it, I think, in a previous video, but the verb kuru, to come, is quite the complex verb. It's a very unique verb I studied within comparison to a lot of other verbs. That one is a very unique scenario with how it's pronounced or formed with different conjugations. Yeah, kuru. Come to arrive to approach. Where did you get these sentences? It's funny. Is this not a good translation? Or is this not a good a natural flow of how it's said? We don't have verb variation in here. Alright, the rumors were true. Let's go. And it's kind of funny then, like, because people say English is also, I don't know from your guys' perspective, if you would say English is an easy to study language. We only have 26 letters in the alphabet. Very rarely do we add any marks to letters. Like, you know how like if you're familiar with the Roman language or Romanized alphabet, how you see like a little stroke mark over the O or slanted mark over the E sometimes. Yeah, very rare the English language does that. Which, if it does, we don't know. Like on average, the average English speaker does not know how to put that into a keyboard. Can you read kanji? Yeah, that says kanji. I think at my prime, at my peak, I knew a couple hundred kanji. Rather, I say no, but more so I studied or was introduced to a few hundred. Realistically, I might have been able to understand 100 or so with no issue, and then I would struggle because there's a lot of kanji to me that look extremely similar to one another, just different radicals that are used. So yeah, I don't know if the 100 kanji still holds up to this day though. English is not bad since it's not that far your native language or from your native language, but the time variation might be difficult for some people. Yeah, because instead of saying in Indonesian, I would imagine it's something like, in English you would say I stopped by last night, but in English you would say that, or I'll come by tomorrow. But in Indonesian, I come by yesterday, or I come by tomorrow. Is that kind of like how it works, Senio? Kind of like that? Again, this is just from what was chatted earlier. Okay. Pulling this back up again. So, manga. Manga. Don't worry about it, Zinio. I'm just I just want to learn Indonesian a little bit at some point. I'll just leave it at that. It looks like a very fascinating language to me. What's manga? Manga. In English, because manga is a Japanese word. So in English, we refer to manga as a Japanese comic. So, no? Damn. Anyways, I'm gonna show manga. Oh, okay. I'm silly. Otaku ni yasashii gyaru wa inai is the name of the manga, which is gals can't be nice to otaku. Hey, I like it. You're free to judge me as much as you want. It's okay. But this taught me kanji, which I was really ecstatic about. The term shiawase, meaning happy. I still don't know what the original kanji is for it. It's like the standalone kanji, but it uses kind of a vertical bar with some, I don't know how to define that. What is the title and is the question? Yeah, sorry, I'm slow. Am I an otaku? I'll answer that question with this. I got figures. Yeah, I like anime and manga. But yeah, one thing I was really happy about with that is it's kind of hard to really pick up on some of the kanji, because again, that's where the if you don't know specific kanji, then you just kind of get a little lost with it. But also, context is very important in the language, I've learned, so that's what I love about trying to read it, is fill in the context, try to associate words I've heard versus words I've read, and try to like make a meaning to that. But that's a lot of fun I have with it. So shiawase was one of the words I learned. The phrase muri, meaning I guess it could be used in the context of impossible. What else? Those are the two immediate ones that come to mind. What's my favorite anime and manga? My all-time favorite is Toradora. Which I did not pronounce right there. Toradora. The classic rom-com. It is the classic rom-com, but I used to say I loved the manga better, but it's had such a slow pacing, especially for English translation, to where I don't know if I can say that's my favorite anymore. That's a good question. Kadegawa, welcome on in. How's it going, my dude? Potato chip. Toradora. Haven't heard that name in a hot minute. It's old, but still being updated to this day. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it's still being updated. The mean girl, yeah. The OG. Okay, I can't say the OG tsundere, but the I want to say the queen of tsunderes. Not the overemphasized tsundere, but the more understanding built character type. Which is why I love the series so much. I'm still team Minorin. I forgot her name. Damn. Speaking of being an otaku, Minorin. Minorin. Wait, it's not finished? Nah. At least it's I haven't checked up on a while. Maybe it has finally caught up in the manga. I know the light novel was finished. But yeah, last I heard, the manga was still being at least translated. I don't know if it's still written in the native language. I thought it's already done since they engaged like that. Yeah, the anime was, well, it's been long gone done for over a decade now, actually. But so. It's still going on the manga, I think. Let me look it up. As of June 2024, according to Yahoo, the Toradora manga is not yet finished and is ongoing. It started back in 2006, published by ASCII Media Works. That's insane still. It's still going since 2006, 18 years later. The light novel, I believe. Let me double check the light novel. Yeah. The light novels are complete. It ended all the way back in 2009. Maybe it was the English translation that was very late. Right? Some series really take a long while. Like ooh, here's another figure I just recently got. I'm gonna remove this one for now. I'm still by the way, JP, if you're still here, I'm still processing the otaku comment. What's wrong with being an otaku, you silly? It's been going on for 18 years straight. The manga is officially legal. Exactly. I did not expect to read that today. But yeah, here's another series. It's been going on for 6 years now. I think, unless it started in 2017. I thought it started in 2018, so it might be 7 years. But My Dress Up Darling, or Sono Biscuit, I don't remember the full title in Japanese anymore. Here's money. By the way, huge chapter dropped out today for English translation. If you guys know the series, I think it was chapter 108 dropped today, which it wasn't as huge. Chapter 107, I think, is the biggest chapter in the whole series. 108 is a nice continuation of that. I don't know why I'm going on my phone. But anyways, yeah. My current favorite manga goes back. Here's Chap Volume 2, but this is currently my favorite manga right now. The Gal Can't Be Nice to Otaku? Question mark. Yeah, a lot of them go on for a long while. Personally, I prefer series that are already finished. It's nice. It's nice to be able, especially if you just want to read it in one sitting or just at your own pace rather than having to wait. It's great. But these things take a while to make, especially because it's just art takes a long while. Sunobisuke do wa koi o suru. Thank you, Katagawa. You had to look it up through my anime list. Fair. I should have done the same. Big props to you on that one. That way I know for sure that I no need to wait for the series to end. That's why I love, I mean, it's controversial to say this. I use Mangadex, which technically is not legal, but it's one of the big ones for English translations. And if I see a series is not completed, then I'm like, I'll still start some of them because it's interesting to keep up with the collection of them, but it can be hard. It can be hard. Because you love Hunter x Hunter, but it's killing me, man. How many chapters, man? How many chapters are they at right now? I tried watching the OG 90s Hunter x Hunter because I wanted to at least watch the exams play through. I saw clips on YouTube where it was the 5v5 of them fighting against the prisoners. And I wanted to see that full scene so bad. Never got to it though. I dropped it immediately because I couldn't stay consistent with it. That show, I feel like you have to be at least a little consistent for the arcs. Oh, is it an unfinished series? Oh, fuck. Oh, it's on a hiatus. No. Wait, there's one. No, that's from 2022. Well, that's 3 years. Holy shit. Came back in 2024, but then 7 months ago, according to Reddit, was. Oh, I know. They're just asking about the status of the series. Manga Dex based. It's. I'm gonna go ahead and say I love Manga Dex. It's not ethical because, you know, it's a form of piracy, but there's so many things you can do anyways to achieve that same result. That's a topic. Okay. Here's a controversial topic. It doesn't have to be through manga, but it may help with a few different things to discuss. Oyasumi, mata kimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Mata ne, JB Food Girl. Need it. Get some good sleep. And I'll try to swing by. This otaku will try to swing by and say hi in one of your English learning streams. I'd love to come by and say hi. But thank you for stopping by. But yeah, going back to that, it's sad to see. I would rather have a series be axed than unfinished. Some circumstances are inevitable. If an author becomes tired of their own work, if life happens, they pass away, or they're unable to complete the story, that's also understandable. So, oh, this is your anime list. Okay, we're gonna unveil your dirtiest secrets. If I wanted to, I could put it right here. Ooh, I immediately see Cyberpunk. I never watched Cyberpunk. I've been very hesitant to touch it with a 10-foot pole. I don't think the series is bad. I'm just scared. There's no other reason for it. And of course, High School DxD is in that list. I think I only saw the first season of High School DxD. For the plot, for the plots, for the plot. That's been years though. It's been like, it feels like a decade at least. So every time I ask someone for some recommendation, you look it up first. Smart. I don't care what kind of recommendation you're given. Always, always, always look it up. Or just go on blind. But only for... Well, you know what? If it's for the first chapter, and you're saying... If someone tells you go on blind, I feel like it's reasonable to say, is it finished? Is it still going? How's the story so far? You only watched season 1? Oh my god, are we gonna do a watch along on Twitch and YouTube? Not with the actual media playing, but just full-time reaction. That'd be kind of funny, actually. Damn, look at those titty! Okay, anyways. I just imagine that's gonna be the whole show. Okay, but what I find interesting, I see ReZero. You rated it a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna say now, Kadogawa, I dropped that series. I tried the first couple of episodes, the first 3 episodes. I do the 3-episode rule with a lot of series. Dropped it. I get the appeal, and it's pretty nice in the long run, because it feels like the series is kind of slow to start. Maybe I've been oversaturated with the isekai, but I don't get the appeal of the series for myself. Just because I do want to see the... I love the concept of reincarnation and time manipulation in the sense that you go back and retry things over and over again. I love Erased, for example. Erased was a really great anime. But I applaud you for being able to enjoy that. A lot of people enjoy it. I don't get how. I wish I could enjoy it. I also hate some series that pulled off so long, so it's not aligned with the premieres anymore. Yes. There was a, oh god. This was a manhwa. So it was Chinese. It was, I think it was called Lookism. Let me look it up. Get what I did there. Yeah, it's called Lookism. It's about a nerdy guy that gets bullied hard. He one day wakes up into the body of someone that's like really attractive, really talented and everything. And people start respecting him based off his looks alone. And it's the story of how he manages with his newfound self while dealing with himself as like the original person. And at first, like the first half or the manhwa, because there's a Netflix adaptation on I'll put the title in the chat in case you guys want to look it up. Oh, my apologies. It's actually South Korean. It's Korean, not Chinese. But yeah, the first half, I forgot what they call the type of arc. It's like starts off with the trying to kind of become happy with himself, trying to really understand himself, go through the concept of like looks matter kind of thing. He tries to push beyond that, even though he's given the advantage with that secondary body. But the second half, because there's a lot of fighting in it still, but it's not about the fighting, it's about getting past how you look. The second half is pretty much gang wars. It's pretty much, I fight for you, we're fighting and we're in this together. I haven't read into it. I read some conversation about it on Reddit on different forums. I was like, that's what that turns into? So, a very long tangent there. You remind me of that, Zenio. The, how they massacred that series. In a sense, I feel that's massacred. It deviates so far from the original source. I'm trying to think of some other series that works. I kind of watched ReZero season 1. It isn't that bad. Season 2, however, it's an untouched territory. Is it that good, season 2? Like, to the point where it's worth going through season 1 so you can enjoy season 2. Ooh. If you put it like that, maybe I do try. Maybe we'll see. Right now I'm watching Dungeon Meshi. I'm watching it with a couple of friends, and we just got through the first season, the first OP arc, and I love the series. Some series got fucked up because the fighting. Fights can be interesting, but some people like that actually. They only care for the action, or they just want action. They want blood. They want in their stories, which is understandable. I don't care for mecha because of that reason. There's more than just that in mecha, but it's heavily focused on the technology aspect. Oh, you didn't touch season 2. Oh, JK, I'm taking back what I said. Very itchy ear. But you still have it rated as a 10. What do you mean, Katagawa? To Love Ru Darkness. One of the shows. Ooh, there's a fun fact about that. It's kind of NSFW, so sorry, you two people. To Love Ru is not a hentai. It's an ecchi. But in the manga, they were able to bypass, like there's a nudity rule in publishing. You can draw tits in some instances. You have to mark it appropriately. But if you draw any more than that, then it goes a rating higher. The author, the artist for the manga was able to draw in private parts that weren't able to be used or able to be included in such an elegant way that it was bypassed. It was looked over. It wasn't noticed. And I find that so funny that they were able to find a way to get around it. That series is ass. Yeah. I remember it's a harem. I remember it's be the king of our planet kind of thing. And especially in today's time, it's definitely very more cliche. But I didn't watch the second season. The first season I watched through. I don't don't remember much with it. Especially if they fucked up their own magic system. Ooh, that one sounds kind of personal, Zenio. Which series did that happen in? Do you remember? That's season 1. You know what? That's fair. If I enjoyed it for the plot, I kind of watched it back then. I'm gonna say this as well. If you guys like something that everyone hates, more power to you. I think that's awesome. I'm not gonna judge you for something that you like. Because, well, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else is my general rule. You like it, it doesn't hurt anyone else, you're free to do as you please with it. So I'll joke around with it. I'll make my own opinions with it, but it doesn't affect how you think about it. Because yeah, if you like it, you like it. And again, that's pretty awesome. It's just high school boy got tits for days. That reminds me. Is that Renma? I think that was the name of the series, Renma 0. I don't know what that is actually. I don't. Magic series. Oh wait, no, you're talking about the To Love Room. Yeah. But now it just falls off. Yeah. It's kind of funny. Tastes change over time. Like I mentioned earlier, Toradora is my favorite anime of all time. I've watched it about 7 times. Last time I tried to rewatch it was back in 2020, I think. And I don't care to watch it anymore. I appreciate it for what it was. It just doesn't interest me as much these days. But I still appreciate it. Again, the character building is what I love the most about that. And the reason why I love Miranin, going back to Toradora, is I relate a lot to her, especially during the times I watched. It was a sense of hiding yourself or faking yourself to appease others, instead of truly showing who you are inside, opening up. Even some classics like Naruto and One Piece kind of fucked up their system later on. I can't say anything about One Piece. It's over 1,000 episodes worth of content, over 1,000 chapters in the manga. I'd be surprised if there were no inconsistencies, at least with the minor details on that. Authors are very careful with what stories they craft. I think you have to give them a lot of props. I don't care if your story's bad or good. You can connect the dots. You can keep them connected without severing any of them. Mad respect for you. But yeah, just go ahead and show my list straight away. I don't care. I'm judging you harshly for all these Katagawa, of course, in a fun manner. I'm putting you on the spot. You shared it. I'm going through the list, baby. And you thought there was never a girl online. I actually like that series. It's a bit of a lower score. It's definitely a cliche anime, but I like it. So for the premise, for anyone that doesn't know, a girl and the guy get married online in a game. That girl thinks, oh, we're married and for realsies now. And he's like, no, that's not how it works. But then, which this reminds me of a manga, funny enough. I'll talk about it after. I forgot the name of the manga. But going back to the current anime, the other guild members, believe it or not, they exist in school too. One of the girls, she hates otaku. She's not into that stuff. That's lame. And then the other girl, she's a president of the school or something, or her father, grandpa is a chairman of the school. I don't remember. Turns out they're all in the same guild. No, seriously though, it's got its nice moments. And that's when I actually do enjoy myself. It's okay. I'm glad you're a good sport about it, Katagawa. Again, I'm not making fun of you for this. It's just poking fun at you instead. I think, for anything I say, feel free to poke fun at me. Because, again, I got my own series that I can be judged for. And I'll be happy to talk about it. Oh, but that manga series, it was a kind of a different concept. A guy and a girl go fishing online in a game for 4 years to get married, but turns out in real life she's an idol. But she thinks that she and him are married in real life when he's like, no, that's just a game. But she tries to get close to him for it. That's the premise. I watched Hyuk. I watched Hyoka. It's a masterpiece back in the day. I watched it recently. It's still a masterpiece. Is that the is Hyoka the instruments? I immediately think of a girl with a tuba. Oh no, okay. I have yet to watch Hyoka. I don't know if I tried the first episode or not before, but it's about it's kind of like a mystery-esque series. The art style is very recognizable. It's such a beautiful art style. But a young introvert solves mysteries with fellow members of its high school classic literature club. That's another one I'm afraid to touch, if I'm being honest. I don't know why, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Would you guys recommend it? The high school detective one? Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the other one was called. The girl with the tuba also has very beautiful art. Music anime. It might be a music anime. I actually don't know. Never watched it. I'll go through one more, Katagawa, and then I'll leave you be. Well, I was wanting to say No Game No Life is a beautiful choice. It's still sad they didn't do a season 2, but understandable because was there? I think there might have been a controversy with the author for No Game No Life. I don't remember if that was the case. I mean, they do heavily sexualize the younger characters. That's its own controversy. But I thought there was a separate controversy. That's the first one I saw on Reddit. It's like they sexualize the characters, and yeah, they do. Oh, it has to do with I'm gonna read this verbatim. Take it as you may, because this is just this isn't even a. I don't know if that's a notable source. There's an issue with the publisher, low sales, or conflicts between the author and the publisher. And someone was mentioning it might have been an issue with race, which is definitely an issue that can't easily be overlooked. You can go through the whole list if you wish, because for Mjolnir Gold and other ones, that name doesn't ring a bell to me. Is that more, what kind of series is that? Maybe if I find it, I'll go through it. But yeah, No Game No Life had its own controversy. It's sad. I really wanted a season 2. I loved the movie along with the series. They did a great job on that series, but there is so much untapped potential. All right, I need to find a good one. A last good one to talk about. I see Ladies versus Butlers. That's a classic one. A newer one, My Life as Inukai Dasan's Dog. I think I read the manga for that. Is that one ecchi? There's like perverted scenes in it? Or ecchi scenes? That's all I remember for it, is he gets to see a lot because he's in the form of a dog. And I think it was the girl that he confessed to that is his owner now. Yeah, it's from his classmate and crush, Kaden Inukai. Really? Inukai? I love that. The Inu. Well, unless Inu has a different meaning there. Inu means dog in Japanese. Yeah, it's just the same kanji for dog. That's funny. Vermeil and Gold is like soft ecchi, but it's mostly fantasy based with familiars and whatnot. Ah. Maybe if I... Yeah, I don't see it in... Oh no, it was number 8. I was like, I don't see it in your list. That's because I missed it. Okay. Alto Goldfield. A diligent student at the Ortegia Academy of Magic aspires to become a powerful sorcerer, but he is unable to become one as, despite his excellent grades and strong commitment to his studies, he fails his summoning class. With the threat of repeating a year hanging over his head, Alto tries following an old, worn-out grimoire in a desperate attempt to resolve his situation. To his surprise, he succeeds and summons a powerful demon named Vermeil. As a sign of gratitude for releasing her, Vermeil agrees to become Alto's familiar. Ah, I see what you mean now. Familiar and whatnot. Sealing their relationship with a deep kiss. There's the fucking ecchi. There it is! Little does Alto know what else he is capable of and what Vermeil's past hides. The rating on the series feels like it is an ecchi series. It's a 6.8, but then again, this is my anime list. Ratings can be anything. Does it actually delve into the history of the characters involved? Because this also feels like a harem kind of anime. Oh, recent too, back in 2022. Okay, it's focused on fantasy and ecchi. Okay. I'm glad you like it. I don't know what else to really say off of that series, but it kind of just gives that typical, like, harem kind of feel. It isn't harem as far as I've seen it. Oh, okay. I'm glad. Okay. I'm glad to be wrong on that then. That's pretty nice to be wrong on. It's just him and her most of the time? Yeah! Okay, I'm a sucker for one-on-ones. In my stories, I love to see relationships form and grow. I am not a fan of fantasy. Fantasy can be nice, but it's not one of my main go-tos. The story has to go really well. It has to be really well told for me to look at it. But Katsugawa, I will look at it later. I'm putting it in Google right now, so I can check it out after stream. If words are hard. If I don't say anything about it next time, feel free to call me out and be like, "Let's gather! Have you read it yet? Have you watched it yet?" But I don't know what I was gonna say, so instead, you ever, very off-topic tangent, but you ever feel like when you talk into a microphone, you just kind of really sound like shit, and then you try to talk normally after? It's like, did I really say anything properly? I don't know. Today feels like one of those days. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, did you hear? I'm assuming that's NHENTIA is getting taken down in hentai-is? Huh. Makes sense, but that's kind of surprising. They've been like, don't ask me how I know this. I have my own manners, just as you guys do, but they've been a staple in that community for a long while. Because I know What was the video website that got taken down years ago, or that was shut down? I'm not gonna look this up on Reddit right now. Oh yeah, it's down. Let's see. I'm trying to look at stuff on Reddit to see what people have been talking about. I'm actually seeing actual hentai right now. Give me the info, people. Jesus, this is being targeted by feds, is what it says. And people are just like joking about like, yeah, I predict I'm gonna die someday. I predict I'm gonna eat some food when I'm hungry. But again, inevitable, because at the end of the day, it is a piracy site. So they had, because they were pretty big enough, they had some prior attacks where they removed a lot of content for being, what's the term? Copyrighted. So they're like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of this, be on the safe side, but it happens. It happens eventually. Now, what is to happen? What is to be of the 6-digit kingdom? Feds being sued and like all other shit. Jesus. Because I can't remember if in hentai is it a US based company? Jesus Christ. I saw a meme. I'm looking at a post right now on Reddit, and one of them is like, can't access this site? Here's some others. Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be a replacement for something that goes down, especially on the internet. So someone I saw earlier in one of the discussions, one site down, 3 sites pop up in their place. And it's so true. Yeah, people are talking about like fixes as well for repairing the site. Some people are saying the website still works. Many posts I'm seeing are just asking for a sauce. So typical stuff. But yeah, I'm curious how that's gonna change over time. Then, like, is there gonna be a new giant that replaces it? I'm like trying not to burp right now. Oh yeah, I don't know if the whole that whole shitty mic got picked up earlier, so here, just because I feel like it.
Here's some other fun effects. This one apparently sounds like Darth Vader. Also, this one sounds like Omen.
Alright, well, that's my fun for the day. Let's get back to reading. But yeah, it truly is a sad day for horny young adults. It truly is a sad day. Alright, anyways, after a full hour, we've gotten through two sentences. 3 sentences. I'd say that's pretty good pacing. So, just a little bit from what we've read so far. The prior chapter, Rick made it to some place he's not familiar with, runs into a woman after following people, and now they're talking. Of course, Rick's a dog, so the woman can't understand what Rick is saying. So first, the woman, it's first said that the woman can't understand the dog. And then the second one is basically the woman asking, "How come you're here? Were you also sick?" She asks. Or were you sick too? Sorry, bug. Internet Archive also lost appeal in court? Wait a second. Wait. For in hentai or? Wait. Are you talking about, well, I did not hear that actually. Hold on. So, oh, much appreciated, Kazagawa. What this, if I'm seeing this correctly, what this is referring to Alright, in hentai got down, Internet Archive lost appeal in court. We might be facing the end of free internet. This time we're not going to be facing another situation like we did years ago with the... Well, I mean, it's still an ongoing situation. With, shit, what was the name of that rule? How they were trying to monopolize on internet service in the US. Make it a paid service to use certain websites and allow them to control whatever they want. All the media on the websites. Ah, shit. What was that? I remember the guy's name was Ajit. I thought it was Ajit. Hold on. Ajit Pai. Yeah. Net neutrality. That's the word for it. Are we about to get into another situation? Check the screenshots. Okay. So the second one in hentai got nuked. Makes sense. Because that... I'll argue. As much as I advocate for freedom of speech and freedom of... I don't know how to say freedoms. But, yeah, the US amendment, the First Amendment for freedom of speech, freedom of expression. If you're taking people's copyrighted works, that's a different story. If it's something that's allowed to be there, be up, then no, that's not okay. Okay. But the first one, breaking, the Internet Archive has lost its appeal in Hatchet versus Internet Archive, the long-running, closely watched copyright case over the scanning and lending of print library books. Okay, that's huge. The hentai stuff, that's its own thing. That's its own kind of target, but the archive of knowledge, the archive of many different... Well, I don't know what the... I don't know what it fully entails, what the whole story is behind it, but just from the surface level of looking at the scanning and lending of print library books. So it's an online service that no longer allows you to check out library books online. Because I imagine the Internet Archive was also specific to preserving websites as well, but that's the Wayback Machine I was thinking of. I'm so sorry, my nose is itchy today. I want to know what that means. Like, I want to understand what that entails. Internet Archive forced to remove 500,000 books after publishers' court win. That was 2 months ago. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm very out of touch with Internet Archive and what's been happening. Libraries struggled to afford the demand for ebooks and seek new state laws and fight with publishers. Ebooks cost how much? The inconvenient truth about library e-collection. Book pirates buy more books and other unintuitive book piracy facts. That's the funny thing. So in terms of piracy, that I think was the whole reason for this whole tangent, right? But well, not this one specifically, but earlier when that was mentioned, I never stated my full opinion on piracy. I'm strangely enough in favor of piracy. I want to be a game dev one day. I want to publish my games. I want to sell my game. There will be people who pirate my game if I am to be successful and the game gains traction. That's part of the process. Being exposed to various media, various opportunities for free, it may not be legal, but being exposed to various opportunities for free can promote an interest in certain fields in which you want to dedicate your time or your studies further into, or your entertainment into. It's kind of like, I don't want to consider it to be like a trial, because some people do use it for malicious intent. But I do like the opportunity of giving a fair chance to anyone who does not have the means to get to the same status, to get to the same type of materials that other people have access to. So, yeah, piracy, people, if you gotta do what you gotta do, do it. Things are unreasonably expensive. Things are unreasonably out of reach for certain people. That's how I feel. Now that's the thing I can agree on? Hell yeah. Have you been disagreeing with me this whole time, Katagawa? I can't believe you have opinions other than my own. Imagine. No, but seriously, piracy is arguably a necessity. If you want many services, many certain fields to survive, you need people doing the wrong thing so that they can do the right thing. Of course, that's not everyone. There are people who do things honestly, that save up, that are patient, and one day when they can assess something, they assess it. That's how they live. And again, there are certain people who take piracy way too far. There are people who will distribute things that should not be distributed, or they'll take advantage of other people's interests to try to do something and make it malicious. Like, they'll add viruses, they'll add just different harmful substances to existing programs. But at the same time, there are people who just only pirate. They won't do anything beyond that because they just want to pirate. That I have a bit of a different moral disagreement with. But the reason why I'm so into manga, the reason why I'm even so interested in Japanese, especially reading, the reason why I still want to keep on learning, I'm very motivated to, despite being on and off all these years. As much as I have to admit it, it's been to the materials I've been able to access and eventually show my support to. Manga Dex is, again, it's a lot of free stuff, but it kind of it made me think at some point, how do you say this in Japanese? How would you read this in Japanese? And boom, a lot changed from there. What was I saying? Or what was the saying? Buying isn't owning, piracy isn't stealing. That opens up another hatch. If something's no longer accessible and you want to assess it, is piracy morally appropriate? If a service is available through subscription just so they can milk you for everything you own, is piracy morally correct or favorable? Because one thing I don't want to say terrified of, but I don't want to see much more of an increase in. I haven't heard anything, but maybe I've just been like very far away from that radar. Subscription services, I think, are ridiculous. If it's a continued updated process in which the service must be incorporated for, sure, that makes sense. You have to continuously update something. You have to make it appealing. You have to make it continuous in a reasonable manner. Yearly updates of something? No, that's not a service. That's an extra, here's an add-on at most. But if it's for a central item, update it. People pay for the full service. You can't afford to give people that update. You can't afford your workers to update that for you without having a continuous service. Or I should say, hey, workers, because that's also its own controversy. I would indeed say it is sort of a morally correct thing. Yes, I agree for that as well. It's illegal in the eyes of the law, but that's a whole debate in itself. Just because something is illegal doesn't make it wrong. And just because something is legal, does that make it right? Laws are funny because they try to be definitive, but at the same time, you have people who critically review and determine if a law can apply to certain scenarios. And that in itself is a fascinating topic. Having the ability to... I'm so sorry. My nose has been like extremely itchy this past 15-20 minutes. Going back on topic is how do I want to explain this? For how I feel about it, the law okay, we need laws. First of all, I'll start with the basic level. We need laws. We need rules. But some of those rules need to be flexible. How do we determine that flexibility? It depends on the morals of the group in which the laws are being made for. Who does it apply to? Why does it favor that group? How does it compare to those that it does not favor? Can laws be loose? Can laws be discussed if broken? Etc., etc. Piracy, I don't feel is necessarily the wrong thing to do. It can be, just like in many other things, it can be taken advantage of. It can be bastardized because of people's selfish intents. But beyond that, it's actually a good promotion. It's a good advertisement in the end of the day. People are talking about this kind of game. People are really ecstatic about how this game plays. And it's just like, whoa, that's awesome. You go to this book, you read it, it's like, man, that's a beautiful story. I want to check more of the author's work. Maybe I'll buy one of the books. I want to show some love because they've shown us love with the words they've put down. You would have known that if you had to buy the original book, because why do I even want to take this book if I don't really know much about it? People will take that lunge to take the chance, sure, but... And that's the great thing about libraries. You get the chance to preview a book by renting it. So... going back to the whole Internet Archive, I want to know more about what exactly it means for Internet Archive to lose its appeal, what it lost its appeal from, what the original case was, and what it means for losing its appeal. Because if it's just related to ebooks that are online, are those ebooks necessarily legal to have on there? Are they copyrighted and should not be there? Is it just a general library for people to use? Is it safe to use? I've got questions. I want to know more about it. And I might even switch what the topic of what the purpose of the stream is to that. But yeah, it's just I'm just gonna be blatant about it because I have freedom of speech. I'm gonna use it. Government control is necessary, but can also be bastardized, can be overpowering to a point where it's not healthy. It's not good for its average citizen. Because some things should be moderated. There are basic rules that need to be applied in a society. There has to be a way to monitor those rules. But at what extent can you express yourself freely without breaking those rules? Is it fair to take those away based on the... I'm going too far into the questions right now, but essentially, it's back to net neutrality. If you allow them to take a bite, they might come for the full course, and you only have enough for one little dessert. So yeah, I wanna read more about that later. But yeah, summarize it. Piracy is good, but it can also be taken advantage of, just like many other things that we use in real life. It serves as a necessity for healthy growth of the market. Because without piracy, how can we be exposed to so many nice things, so many diverse topics, objects, just what the world has to offer. All right, anyways, that's my whole little opinion on that. Man, that really sucks though. I hope this does not go into a dangerous direction, because it's not the first time, especially in the US, that the government, or at least representatives of the government, have tried to overtake the freedom of its people. Yeah, one of the biggest problems with that, I'm gonna add more to it actually, sorry. Because someone in that Twitter thread you linked earlier, Kadegawa, someone asked about the Wayback Machine. If that goes down as well, if the Wayback Machine is out of service because of this, as a domino effect for the prior services being removed, we're in big trouble. That's actually a huge source of freedom. We have no archive of the internet. We have no knowledge of how things used to be, how we can look back and observe what has happened in the past. You're destroying history. And that is truly scary. I really hope we don't get to that one day. This is all I can do. All right, let's talk about Japanese now. Let's distract ourselves with some reading Japanese. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go to the next section. We're talking about a woman talking to a dog. It's implied the woman was sick. That's how she died. All right, next section. Riku wa koko wa doko? Boko wa ie ni karitai nda. Let me reread that. Koko wa doko? Boko wa ie ni karitai nda. To itta. So Rick says, "Where is here? I want to go home." Okay, so Rick said, "Where is this? I want to go home." Pretty straightforward. Nice. 彼女はリックが言ったの、彼女はリックが言ったことがわからなかった。Welcome in noise, how's it going? リックは尻尾。I don't recognize that kanji. Data. You learning Japanese, bro? Hell yeah. Are you learning? Nah, that's good. What are you up to, Noise? How's it going? Oh, and I'm glad you're doing good. So I was talking about stalking your page last time, and I found your YouTube. I believe you. Okay, if I'm wrong on this, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. I found your YouTube, and you have some covers. You have some really nice covers. So yeah, I love your covers. One of my favorite ones. Sorry, I'm calling you out. I'm putting you on the spot right here. Is your Still Alive cover from Portal 2. Because I covered that myself. I covered it last year. So I was like, ooh. And the way you covered it, yeah, I love it. So thank you for your covers. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. We had a whole like discussion. We had a whole, basically this last hour and a half was just a discussion on manga degeneracy, how some websites have been taken down and what that means for the future of the internet, especially in the United States. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Oh yeah, my friend Koda did some good mixing from it. Ooh. Damn. Mixing is so hard. I still can't, like, because I have to mix my own stuff for my own covers. I don't know how people do it so well. And I'll admit, I don't remember the specifics of your cover anymore. But your vocals sound really clean, very steady, like in terms of volume control. The tone is overall perfect. I'm not sure how many takes it takes for you to have different parts made, or like how you separate your parts, but yeah, it feels seamless. The vocals, they're very clean, and you have a very great quality microphone as well, so very lovely. Consider me a new fan. But yeah, we're learning some Japanese. I don't know if you know any or not, but I'm just reading through sentences in Japanese. I try to translate them on my own, and then we look and see how close the translations are. But anyways, I don't know what this kanji is, so futeita. Ah, okay. I still don't know what that kanji means in this respect. But going back to it, 彼女はリクが言ったことがわからないか. So again, it goes back to saying that she did not understand what Rick was saying. Because again, Rick is a dog, so it doesn't really pair well with what he's trying to say. She can't understand. Riku wa shippo o futeita. I think shippo, so shippo is referring to a walk or a single step or a series of steps. I don't recall that vocabulary. And then this is furu, which is to wave, to shake, to swing. Oh, don't tell me Rick's wagging his, oh, shippo, it means tail. No, don't tell me he's wagging his little tail. Rick wa shippo futeita. Rick wagged his tail. She did not understand what Rick said. Rick was wagging his tail. It's always sad. Animals are such interesting creatures. I'm gonna leave it there before I go sad. It is, for recording, I separate it by chorus and verses. I use a USB mic, which shockingly comes out good. I don't know much JP, unfortunately, but you got this. No, I appreciate it. If you have any questions with the JP, I'm a beginner myself, and I've seen a couple of, anytime I've done one of these streams, a few people who know Japanese have stopped by. So we can bug them about the specifics if they have any questions, but do you want to learn JP one day? I don't remember if I asked you that last time during the DJ Max streams. Oh shit, speaking of which, I need to do my dailies for that game today. But USB mic I'm surprised with. What kind of mic do you have, if you don't mind me asking? Anyways, next page. Well, that's a little preview. 彼女は let me drink. I feel like if I talk a lot, I try to speak in Japanese, and I feel like I'm not pronunciating the characters correctly. So, 彼女はRiku no... Oh, okay, well... I have a fun story about this kanji here in a sec. 彼女はRikuの頭に手を... Don't know that kanji? 言って、私に話があるんでしょ？私も前に犬と一緒に住んでたのよ。 I have some books on it, but I don't touch it myself. I use a HyperX Quadcast. I don't know what the heck, what the hecky weckies that microphone is. Oh, it's that microphone. That's okay. I'm not saying this to be rude. That's a cheap microphone. That's like a cheaper based microphone. And you can make your voice sound good with that kind of microphone. It goes to show, if you really know what you're doing with the microphone for setting it up, or if you have a lot of things to really bring the full potential out of a microphone, a lot's possible. So that's awesome. I don't know. I don't remember how your streams sound. I think the one I tried to watch a little bit through, again, when I was stalking your page, was the, it sounded like you were on a call, I think it was. So I couldn't really tell, how that, but for colors at least, I'm jealous actually, because that's one thing I've been struggling with for years, is making a really great quality microphone sound. Or you know,
Sounding like this.
but I digress. Resident Evil, I was playing it, or you were playing it with a friend? Ooh. Oh my god, wait, does Resident Evil have multiplayer? Nonetheless, that sounds pretty fun. I remember, because you said you were playing through Resident Evil. Devil May Cry was the other one, if I remember correctly. That's the series you were playing through as well. Nice. Still need to get back and finish the one Resident Evil game I have. It's later in the series though. So. Anyways, going back to the Japanese. So, 彼女は she リクの頭に手を I think that just means to pat. 置いて So she places her hand on Rick's head. Atama meaning head. 私に話があるんでしょ? You're talking to me, aren't you? I think is what that's saying. 私に話があるんでしょ? So, ni is a directional particle referring to her. She's referring to herself as watashi, I. 話があるんでしょ? あるんでしょ is like, aren't you? So in this case is, yeah, I think that's the sentence. I guess, ある to be. ある is kind of its own weird kind of scope as well. ある and いる both mean to be. ある with just things. いる meaning with people and living things. 私も前に 私も so me too 前に before or in front rather 犬と一緒に住んでたの住んでたのよ So the context of the sentence also me before 犬 referring to dog with a dog 一緒に住んで so soon I forgot the original verb 住んでる 住む means to live 住んでたよ So it refers to her living with a dog before. So, oh, and it still goes. So we'll just translate this part. So she's still talking. But she placed her hand on Rick's head and asked, "You have something to tell me, don't you? I also used to live with a dog." Oh, okay. 私に話があるんでしょ? So that first question, you have something. And that's why we use aru. It's a reference to that something. I see. And then again, the desho, it's kind of like, isn't that right? Kind of that feeling? Or I'm thinking that's the case. This app is cool since it shows all the different ADN variant English meanings. Yeah. This app is called Yomu Yomu, which I'm gonna go ahead and type out because now I'm self-conscious about how I sound. And it's specifically for Japanese, as far as I understand. It has a lot of different stories to practice reading Japanese with, as well as different lessons. I haven't tried the lessons, but this is I think this is a beginner 3 level, with the lowest being beginner 1. If you ever are interested in learning Japanese or trying Japanese, you definitely need to know the hiragana and katakana. So you need to know those 2 alphabets. And then it would be nice to know some kanji, but there's a nice little button you can click on, which shows these are called hiragana, the common alphabet characters, which forms the different kanji and vocabulary. So it's pretty cool. These little guys are called furigana, which is just hiragana characters placed either on top of or to the side of kanji, just to show how they're read. Because Japanese is a very complex language in terms of its written language. The same kanji can be read many, many different ways. So for example, this first kanji, this is read kanojo, which refers to she, her, or it can also refer to her girlfriend. So the kanojo, the first kanji itself can be read as kare, which refers to he, and then jo is one of the ways you pronounce the character for female or woman. So by itself, this would be read onna, but can also be read as jo. So if you've heard of some terms like joshi, onna no ko, onna no hito, different type of women. So yeah, it is a very involved language in writing. So it's fun though. I love it. It seems pretty user friendly. I think the 3 different alphabets made me shy away a bit from learning Japanese. Funny enough, it is intimidating because you have your hiragana. That's its own struggle to learn. You have your katakana, which is just like hiragana, just with slightly few different unique rules. And then that's like what, 50 characters up to 100 characters if you include every single variation of the kanji or the characters. And then you get the kanji. You have well over 20,000 characters. You normally use 2,000. In your lifetime, you usually use up to about 6,000. There's 20,000. There's 20,000 out there. But funny enough, and this might sound crazy to you, Noise, and anyone listening that doesn't know JP, kanji is a lot easier to learn than hiragana and katakana, in my opinion. I think kanji is so much easier to learn. The reason being, once you know your hiragana and katakana, you're gonna struggle at first with kanji. But as you get that association to learning these different strokes, make a specific character, make a specific word, it becomes so much easier to associate that kind of picturesque form into your brain. It's like, oh, this is just a new representation of this word I haven't seen before. Okay, locking it in. So it's not easy. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but I think kanji, as strange as it sounds, not bad. It's not bad at all. Rather, it's horrific, but a lot easier than what we tend to approach it at first. Then again, picturesque, kind of meaning, what kind of implies then you have to have a photographic memory, or you have to have like a very picturesque kind of mindset to be able to look at all this, but that's just one way of learning. At the end of the day, memorization is memorization, and we have our own unique strategies for that. Nonetheless, one thing I love doing for people who either started learning or have a desire to learn, I love quizzing. So if that motivates you, I will quiz you and be like, I have this owl glass. What does owl mean? And then it'd be like, oh, it's blue. But yeah. Sorry. Today has been a really big, I'm gonna go off tangent for like 50 hours and make you all suffer through it because the topic we're talking about is very interesting. So apologies, no apologies if I go way into something, way in depth to something. That's how much I love this stuff. Or have a lot of fun with it. Cough drop number 2, baby. So, pop quiz jump scare. Hold on, I got this. Come on. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it like this. Did someone say pop quiz? Okay, well that was fun. Did it even capture fully on the screen? I can't tell because OBS. Yeah, it did. Okay. Did someone say pop quiz? Oh fuck. Okay, well those are things that should not be seen. Hold on 1 second. That is show something I shouldn't have shown. Yay! Nothing true 18 plus. Let's go. That's on a different screen. Okay, that's a joke. That's Jodan. It's a joke. That's the one thing I'm sad about. I'm using phone link on Windows, and I have no idea how to capture it because every time I tried to capture it through OBS, it would never register it properly. So it would just be a broken screen. Did I scare you, Noise? Aw, I'm gonna scare you again. Oh, no! I scared myself instead! Shit! No! Karma's a bitch! I need to, I got this. Kudasai. 1 minute, please. I would like a large size, please. Alright, this one seems cool. Let me prepare the surprise fully. Alright. Nope. Okay, JK. I'm afraid on screen. And again, I'm gonna keep on calling myself out for it because I'm embarrassed with it. Every time I touch my nose, because it just feels so taboo to be able to touch your nose and scratch it. Kinda disgusting in this manner. I can't stop touching it today because it's just so itchy. Bro, you being mad and mischievous? What are you scheming? What if I were to tell you? Ah! Got you. Got myself actually. I'm scared. That's why I spent the last 5 minutes doing. I don't know what I was wanting to achieve with that. I don't know. I just want some sort of background to show I'm not an idiot, but I'm terribly failing at that. You can see part of my. You can see my files then. What the fuck? Not the void. The void is beautiful though. Become what the void. You can't escape it. It will consume all of us. Can't fucking not smile. Damn it! There's my whole bit. I'm going back to reading Japanese. Alright, so anyways, she had a dog before. とっても可愛かった? Oh, とっても可愛かった. Oh, one thing that's cool about this, one thing I want to give praise for this, the fact that you can choose when to see the translation, so you can give yourself an opportunity to read it and try to decipher it yourself. This is what is the selling point for this app. If this app had a paid option, no questions, I would subscribe to it. It's free. There's some paid content, but you can still use the app quite nicely with its current status. Anyways, とっても可愛かった。でももう会うことができないの。I'm wanting to say this is ひよで私の犬にまた会えると思うと聞いた。That's cool, right? Again, shout out to Yomu, which they don't really have much of a presence online. I tried to look through different forums because there was a day where the servers were down. I was like, why is this happening? And yeah, that was a fun day to figure out what was going on. But yeah, very lovely application. Anyways, I'm gonna read the kanji. Laise. So, if you guys have heard of the term sekai to represent the world, sekai de for my Vocaloid fans, for my fellow Vocaloid fans, I mix up the kanji se and kai. This one I will purposely show on my browser. Here's lesson time. So here's se and here's kai. And what am I to pronounce? I don't know why I thought yo. Yo is something else I was thinking of for one of the pronunciations of this kanji. I don't know why, to be honest. I think it was the second kanji I got mixed up. No, I was gonna listen to something like put my headphone to it. I don't know why I put my headphone into the microphone to listen to the micro. I'm fucking stupid. Anyways, going back. とっても可愛かった. So, oh, another thing about for those not familiar with Japanese, another thing about the language is it's very contextually based. So a lot of the meaning is derived from the full conversation. So there is no like my dog here. There's not even a mention to the dog. It's just very cute it was. Which she means my dog was very cute. Totemo, so very awfully, exceedingly. Kawaii katta. So if you've heard of the term kawaii, oh my god, that's so kawaii. Kawaii katta, it just means it was cute. So past tense of kawaii. Or past usage for cute. Bro, I immediately flung my head over to my other monitor when I heard that song. Somebody knows. Sekai de. I forgot the other lyrics. Hime-sama toju no. Sekai wa watashi no. I don't know what is the Japanese title for that, because technically it only has the English title, right? For World is Mine. Yeah, it uses going back to that fancy dancy katakana. It uses katakana for the English representation in Japanese. So Warudo is mine is how it'd be pronounced in Japanese. But if you were to translate it to Japanese, it'd be Sekai wa watashi no. World is mine. Alright, I need to get this out of my system. Sekai de ichiban no. Okay, I forgot how it goes actually. Ichiban ohime-sama. Sekai de ichiban no hime-sama. Souyu asukai 心得てよね。Oh. 得てよね. Alright. That's still on my system, but it's 5% relieved. I could just like literally say God! Okay, I'm done. So it was a very cute dog. However, however, もう会うことができないの. However, I can't meet with him again. 来世で私の犬にまた会えると思う. So, 来 refers to next in this context. So, next world. So, in the next world, 私の犬に So, 私の referring to my 犬 dog にまた so again またmeans again. So when you say またね or また明日 see you again tomorrow. So また会えると思う. So do you think I can see my dog in the next world? I can meet with my dog again in the next world. と聞いた She asked. So, to finish up what the woman was saying, she's saying that the dog was very cute. However, she can't meet with him anymore. More. So anymore. お前はもう死んでいる. Nani? So again, or anymore. You're already dead. So if we translate the second part, it was very cute, meaning the dog. But we can't meet anymore. もう、でももう会うことができないの. Which できない just means unable to, impossible. Well, not impossible, but can't do. To be able. Do you think I can meet my dog again in the next life? Okay. So, 来世 means next life. The afterlife, the next world, the next beyond. And that's when we get the direct... So, reading the context of the story so far, chapter 1, the dog doesn't understand where they're at. Up to this point, there has been no mention of what world this is. That line right there tells the dog rather everything, because we can assume what's going on. But she just told the dog, hey, actually, it could still be implied, but it's not definitive. Do you think I can meet the dog in the next life, in the afterlife? It might actually still make... It might not be as clear to the dog, even with that. We'll see how the dog reacts. Okay. リックは彼女の目を見て、彼女は今、サバシー or サバシー Saba? Yeah. Oh, Kanashi. Okay. Wrong reading. 悲しいんだと知った。リックは前に出て、彼女を手に自分の頭を Don't recognize that kanji. To put the place. Oh, okay. So this is back to right here when the woman was petting him, put her hand on his head. Oita. So, I'm gonna read this once more. Rick は彼女の目を見て. So, Rick was looking into her eyes. 彼女は今、悲しいんだと知った. So, Rick thought to himself, he knew that the woman right now was... I keep on forgetting, kanashi... I forget if that means lonely or sad. Sad, okay. So kanashin. So she was sad. It was what he was able to figure out from looking into her eyes. リックは前に出て。I'm actually not sure how this is translated. So maybe second part of the sentence will tell us more. 彼女の手に自分の頭を置いた。And that second part is sweet, because what it's saying is Rick puts the woman's hand onto his head. So he's trying to find a way to cheer her up by trying to get her to pet him. So, Rick は前に出て. And I don't get what the 前に, so before, 出て. I don't get, because 出る is a verb meaning to leave, to exit, something of that form. Oh, okay, just kidding. They have a different context for this part. To appear, to come out, to emerge. Yeah. Let's see how we did. Because I think I'm 50% confident. I think we'll get about 60 to 70% of this. Oh, nope, not you. Rick looked into her eyes and knew that she's sad right now. Rick stepped forward and placed his head in her hands. So I was incorrect about him placing her hand on his head. Instead, he placed his head on her hands. Oh, because 彼女の手に, so right here, refers to her hands, at her hands. 自分の頭を, so my own head, 置いた. I placed. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, funny thing, by the way, I meant to say this earlier with the first instance of atama, meaning head. Back to the Vocaloid fans, Atama no Taiso, if you know that song. Anyways, the kanji for face and the kanji for head is similar. And I still get confused as to which one is which to this day. My mnemonic for remembering it, because it has the same right radicals used in it, the left radicals is where it's different. Because for the face, kao, it kind of uses the radicals for hair, ke, by using like a few horizontal, slightly angled strokes. Whereas with atama, I don't know what the radical used is, but it kind of looks like it's a head on a neck with like a hair and then the shoulders below. So that's kind of like how I tried to remember atama. I've been trying to remember it these last couple of days. That's how recent it is that I've been forgetting these kanji. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard to instinctively tell. But Rick looked into her eyes and knew that. Shita. Alright, so Rick's trying to cheer up this woman. That's really kind. Okay, so this one will go on to the next page. We're only on page 2 of 6. We've been here for 2 hours. Alright, I'm gonna try to finish up this page. And then I'm going to look at eBay, because I have some bids right now on some stuff. I was planning on playing DJ Max after this to rank up a little bit. And what I might do, I might continue streaming, or I might call it after. We'll see how we're feeling after. But 彼女は私の話がわかるのね。いい子ね。と言った。So the woman, she, you understand my story? Good. Is what she said. The funny thing, I'm still trying to understand the premise of like how in English we say good boy or a good girl. in Japanese, they say good kid because E refers to good. It's an adjective. Ko is referring to child or immature, usually again for younger premises. And then ne is a definitive particle saying, aren't you? That's kind of like, such a good boy, is what she's saying. She's praising the dog because the dog is sympathizing with her. Very cute, but sad at the same time. She said, you understand my story, right? And again, no ne is part of that, right? You're a good boy. 彼女はリュックに、あなたは今日 It says 今日 I don't know what this is のことを忘れたい新しい生活を始めたいと聞いた That's a lot to unpack. So this one I'm feeling less confident with translating. So to Rick, she says, you. ことを忘れたい I'm assuming this refers to, because kyo can refer to past. I don't think it's past life, but maybe memories? No koto wasuretai. Do you want to forget? So she's asking, do you want to forget something? Atarashii seisatsu. Or is that seikatsu? I'll check in a sec. Seikatsu o hajimetai to kita. So she asked the dog, do you want to forget the past? Do you want to start anew? And I can get that out the context of the kyo, meaning past, a need or a belong or wanting to, so tai, how that's used. Wasureru, to forget. Hajimetai, to start. That's all I can pick up. So she asked Rick, do you want to forget about the past? Do you want to start a new life? Okay, we're actually pretty close on that, I would say. I don't know what this means though. Oh, kako. So I even got the kyo wrong. I thought it was kyo. So, kako no koto o wasuretai. Atarashii sei. And then this one is seikatsu. Okay. So it's not seisatsu, it's seikatsu. Atarashii seikatsu o hajimetai. So life or living. So atarashii means new. Adjective right here. So new life. And then hajimeru, to start, to begin. So that makes a lot more sense now. So kako. Kako no koto o wasuretai. Atarashii seikatsu o hajimetai. And I've learned this, the funny part is, I've actually learned this vocabulary before. I forgot it. That's what happens if you don't practice enough with it. Or if you don't look at it enough, you're gonna forget it. Or it's a good chance you may forget it. Okay, so we got that down. And then, そして、あなた、and then, そして、and then, あなたは今、3 I can't read that の上にいて、もうすぐ and that's the name of where we got from the title, the grandmother. ヤーバさんのスープを飲むと全部忘れるの？忘れる。Okay, let's take this one step at a time. そして、あなたは今、三ず橋 Okay. So this is just a specific name of a bridge. And in Japanese, I was surprised to see that they actually use quotation marks just like in English. But typically they'll use these markers Kind of like similar to how quotations work. And it's usually with these kind of presents of this line to like this line right here. I've never seen a marking like this though. So like how we would use quotations or like apostrophes to surround something in English within quotations again. Maybe that's just how this works. That's pretty cool. So sanzu bashi. Oh, okay. So sanzu, I don't know what sanzu refers to. San refers to the number 3. Bu, I don't know what bu is, but hashi, which is pronounced bashi. I forgot the name. It's dou kaken, I think is what it's called. I'd have to look up the name again, but it's ruling. So instead of saying sansu bashi, it's sanzu bashi. So right now, you right now, sanzu bashi no ue ni ite. So no ue, so above the bridge, mo sugu, and then yuba-san. Yuba-san. Name with an honorific suffix, san. So I don't know what yu stands for in yuba-san. It might just be the name of the person. It might actually have a title of its own. I'm not too sure. I don't think we're going to get that answer here. But yuba-san no soupu wo nomu no yo. So they're referring to yuba-san's yuba's soup. And then nomu meaning to drink. And then you would drink the soup. So I can't follow the translation of this sentence. Then, and then, you are now on the Sanzu Bridge, about to drink the soup from Yuba-san. Okay, so no ue ni i. So on top of, because we're saying above, or yeah, over. So right now you're on top of Sanzu Bridge. Mo sugu. So soon. Oh, never mind. Mo means soon. And then immediately, mo sugu. I don't know what that means together. You were soon about to drink Yuba-san's soup. Okay, that makes sense. Yuba-san no soupを飲むと全部忘れるの。前世の悲しかったことや Can't read that. 漢字買ったことを全部忘れる。But what it's referring to in this case is, so with Yuba-san's soup, when you drink Yuba-san's soup, you forget everything. Zenbu, referring to everything. Wasureru no, referring to forget. Right? Yeah. So she starts off by saying, you'll forget everything when you drink the soup. Your past life, the past worlds, sadness, when you were sad in the past world. Oh, itai. Okay. I saw this kanji lately in that manga I showed you guys earlier. I saw it a couple of times. And I still can't figure it out. I've seen it quite a few places, and I still can't remember it for the life of me. Itakatta koto zenbu wasureru. So you'll forget the past world's sadness and the pains. You'll forget all your pains. To summarize this portion, she's saying that Yuba's soup will make you forget everything before you came to this place. It's very powerful soup. When you drink Yuba-san's soup, you forget everything. You forget all the sad and painful things. And what's funny in this, or not funny, but what's interesting in this context, typically to is a connecting particle, kind of like how we use and in English. But in this case, ya is how it's connected. And I forgot what the rule is for that, for ya instead of to. So that's something I'll need to practice on. Okay. I'm getting a little exhausted, so I think I'm going to try to speedrun the remainder of this story. At least this chapter. Rick wa, this is a sound. 音い目で彼女を見て、彼女の話の意味を考え。三途橋湯葉さんのスープ前せI actually don't know what this is in reference to. So Rick looks at her with his listening eyes. Is that what this is? Oh, kurai. So this means dark, gloomy. Okay, I thought this was referring to a sound. And I think the difference is the radical on the left, whereas with the sound, it doesn't have that radical. Riku wa kurai me de kanojo o mite. Ah, okay. So with dark eyes, with gloomy eyes, so in this case, dark eyes, he looks at the woman, he looks at her, and then 彼女の話の意味を考えた. So he looks at her with gloomy eyes and thinks and thought about the meaning of what she said. Sanzu bashi? Yuba-san no soup? He's questioning. Sanzu Bridge? Yuba-san soup? She said, oh no. Oh, there's one more. Damn. Rick looked at her with sad eyes, pondering the meaning of her words. Sanzu Bridge? Yuba-san soup? Past life? Oh yeah, it was there. Just kidding. How is this pronounced? Zense. Oh, I was way off. Okay. Zen is how you can pronounce that, as well as mae is the individual kanji's pronunciation. That is a pretty tricky kanji. I think it might be easy, but to me it's not. Okay. Makes sense. Yuba-sanのスープを飲むと、どうして前世のことを忘れるの? So when you drink Yuba-san's soup, why do you forget your past life? I wonder, why is it that when you drink Yuba-san's soup, you forget about your past life? Okay. 彼女はリックにあなたも Still don't. That was shown earlier. I forgot. ことができない。誰もいうことができない。あなたも Oh, look at this. Oh, 帰る。Okay. 彼女はリックにあなたはもう帰ることができない。誰も帰ることができない。あなたも帰ることができない。So she says to Rick, you can no longer go home or return home. No one can go home. You cannot go home anymore. Or rather, it's just you just can't go. I don't know why it's emphasized that she said that to him twice in a row, but 私と一緒に前を見て歩いて、湯葉さんのスープを飲みましょうね。いいね。いいわね。と言った。So, I don't know what my is used for here. Ahead or beyond. Okay. I cheated on this one. So she's saying, let's drink the soup, or let's go to her, let's walk to her and see, together. 湯葉さんのスープを飲みましょう。Let's walk. Let's I don't know what 見て is used for in this context. It means to see. Let's go look and see, so we can find, so we can drink Iba-san's soup. Is that fine? Is that good? And that's what she said. Let us look forward, walk together, and drink Iba-san's soup. Is that good? Ah, okay. 前を見て。前の。前を。That's so hard. That's a tongue twister right now. I don't know why. 前を見て歩いて。Okay. That's why. Okay. I think we got that partially a bit off on the meaning, but 前を見て. So let's look forward. Walk together. Let's walk forward and walk together. And then let's drink Iba-san's soup. Sound good? リックは長い時間走ったので Don't know what the kanji is. I don't know what the kanji is. Forgot what that kanji is. 言っていた。彼女は本当に水が飲みたかった。Alright. For a long time, Rick was running. I think that's 走る? Yeah. So 走ってので from a long time that Rick was running, 喉 that is a body part, which I think it might be the oh I cheated. Is that the nose? It's the throat. Oh, 喉が渇い to be thirsty, to feel thirsty. 乾い 疲れて Ah, okay. Just 疲れました。お疲れ様。So 疲れて to become exhausted, to be tired. So Rick ran for a long while and his throat became dry. He was thirsty. He was tired. 彼は本当に水が飲みたかった。So he really wanted some water to drink. Rick ran for a long time, so he was thirsty and tired. He really wanted to drink water. Nice. I think we got that one. しかし、まだShinichi. Okay. I'm glad I cheated on that one. Shinichi was the name of his owner from the first chapter, so I would have forgotten that. Shinichi を見つけていない。しかし、まだShinichiを見つけていない。リックはこれからどうしたらいいかわからなかった。リックは前を見て、そして後ろを見て。However, しかし、 まだ新日を見つけていない。So, however, he hasn't found Shinichi yet. So is yet to find Shinichi. And mitsukeru refers to searching or to find, to discover. And that's one of the ones, because I get that confused as Miru to see, but it's kind of a similar concept. I never remember the full mitsukeru. Mitsukete nai. Nick はこれからどうしたらいいわからなかった。So, from here on out, what was Rick supposed to do? He didn't know. Or he didn't, he didn't understand. So, Rick was looking in front of himself. そして、and behind, so 後ろを見た。And he looked behind himself. Okay. そして is and then thus. So overall, it's saying that he still hasn't found Shinichi yet, his owner. So he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't understand what the next step is. He looks right in front of him. He's looking behind. Still nothing. However, he still hadn't found Shinichi yet. Rick didn't know what to do from here. Rick looked ahead and then looked back. 彼女はリックに私を信じてもう帰ることができないの。あなたはまだしたいことがあるの？ And I still feel like my pronunciation's kind of off. It's like just falling and falling. It could be the fatigue. It could be just. It could be other things. I don't know. 彼女はリックに私を信じてもう帰ることができない。あなたはまだしたいことがあるの？ So she tells to Rick, she says, I believe that we can't go home. It's not possible to go home. What do you want to do? まだあなたはまだしたいことがあるの? Is there something you want to do? Not feeling confident about that second sentence, but we'll see how the first one goes. She said to Rick, 信じて. Ah, okay. So 信じて in that context means believing. You can no longer go back. Do you still have something you want to do? あなたはまだしたいことがあるの? So, it's ironically the other way around. The first sentence, I was a bit more off on it, but the second one seemed to be a better understanding of it. Okay. 伊庭さんに話しましょうね。前を見て歩きましょう。前を見て歩きましょう。と言った。So, 伊庭さんに話しましょうね。Let's go talk to 伊庭さん。And then she says, 前を見て歩きましょう。前を見て歩きましょう。I'm catching my pronunciations. They just don't feel natural. I'm wondering what I need to change with that to make them feel a little bit more natural. But what she's saying here is, let's go talk to Yuba-san. And then she says, look forward and let's walk. Let's look forward as we walk. As we walk. I see. 前を見て歩きましょう。 Alright, we are near the end. Woo! Last paragraph, baby. リックは本当にユバさんは新日を探すことができる？それはとってもいいことだ。He's misinterpreting this. So Rick says, Really? 本当にユバさんは新日を探すことができる？ Can ユバさん search for 新日？それはとてもいいことだ。That'd be very great. I'm gonna cry. I'm actually about to cry. Rick thought, really? Can Yuba-san find Shinichi? That's a very good thing. I have bad news for you. I have bad news for you, buddy. There's just no. No, she can't. Unless somehow Shinichi comes down. But that's a entirely different thing. Yuba-sanのスープを飲んで、ユバさんにお願いするんだと考えた。So Rick thought to himself, ユバさんのスープを飲んで、if I drink the soup, ユバさんにお願いするんだ。I still don't know how to. お願い means please, but making that a verb, I still don't understand. 頼むよ. So it could be in terms of a favor. Okay. So ユバさんのスープを飲んで、ユバさんにお願いするんだと考えた。So he thought that if he drinks her soup, she will help him. Ah, okay. That's what it means. I'll drink Yuba-san's soup. Yuba-san. So, Yuba-san no soupを飲んで. So that's mean, Rick は Yuba-sanのスープを飲んで. The context got lost on me, I'll admit. So, that makes a lot more sense being read like, huh? ユバさんにお願いするんだ。And make a request. I'll make a request to ユバさん。He thought. リックはワンワンと言って女の人と一緒に歩いた。So, Rick said, ruff, ruff, or bark, bark. 女の人と一緒に歩いた。So Rick said, bark, bark, and walked with the woman. Walked together with the woman. Rick said, woof, woof, and walked together with the woman. Yeah, I think we got that one pretty well. Wow. So it's progressed. I like the concept of the story now. We've progressed from Rick's in an unfamiliar place. He was with Shinichi a moment ago, but now he's in this unfamiliar place. At the end, he finds a woman in a hospital. Chapter 2 focuses on him trying to talk with a woman. She can't understand him, but she can feel. She gets a sense of how. A sense of that feeling of how he's trying to interact with her. Even though she can't understand him, she gets that sense of. I guess I don't know how to explain that actually. How would that be interpreted? She wants to stick with the dog. She sympathizes with the dog, but she's realistic with the dog, saying, "You're not going to return home anymore." However, Rick doesn't understand that. Rick thinks that he still has a chance to find Shinichi, his owner. And he thinks that by going to Zenzu Bridge, to talk with Yuba-san, he's gonna have that chance to be able to get help to find Shinichi. Oh God. I don't know if I'm ready to continue this story. I'm scared, but I don't have to deal with it for like 4 days because work schedule. So, wow, that is going to be. Prepare our hearts, guys. We need to prepare our hearts. So mark that as read. Okay, we got some new words in there. I think the verb. I actually don't remember the full form of the verb, but wait there. For to place was used. Oh, thanks for doxing my username. Disc. Anyways, that's it for today's reading. The other thing I was gonna do, I'm gonna do offline. So the DJ Max grind, I'm gonna do offline. But I think next time I stream, I might play more DJ Max. I've been really getting up into it. But I might also continue reading up here. We'll see how things go. But nonetheless, unless I'm really feeling energetic one day, and I'm like, yeah, let's stream today too. I'll probably stream on my next day off. So with that in mind, I will see you guys next time. I don't think, because the topic I did today is kind of like very, how you say, broad. I don't know if I'd find someone that's like studying or learning some Japanese, so plus I'm selfish, so I'm just gonna end stream with that rating out for Twitch people. Alright, bye guys, thanks for stopping on by, and I'll see you next time. Bye. じゃあねー。